Good morning. Welcome to my class. And this class for the students of class 3B and the subject is science. We are studying the first lesson. The lesson name is living things and non-living things. We already have discussed about their characteristics and so many questions about their characteristics. Today we will discuss about non-living things and the characteristics of their non-living things. You know, the non-living things means they don't have any life. So they are called non-living things, no life. So today I will discuss about the characteristics of non-living things. Characteristics or features of non-living thing. Suppose I am taking two examples. Examples means I am here and I am taking another example. This is chalk. You know, I am living thing and this chalk is non-living thing. Why? Because I have life, but this chalk, it doesn't have any life. So they are non-living things, it is non-living things and I am living things. So first of all, I am discussing what is the first characteristics of living thing. First characteristics of living thing is that living things need food to survive and so on. So what is the difference? What is the opposite of this characteristic of living things? So that is the characteristic of the non-living things. That will be the characteristic of non-living thing. Living things need food, but here non-living things. So non-living things don't need food. Non-living things do not need food. Clear? We have considered two examples. Suppose I and this chalk. You know, living thing breathe. Living things breathe. Living things breathe. I am a living thing. I can also breathe. I breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. But this is the chalk, they can't breathe. So the characteristic of another living thing is non-living thing do not breathe. Okay? I am coming to the next point. I am a living thing. I can move on by myself. But chalk, this is a non-living thing because they have no life, so they can't move by itself. Either you have to push or pull. So what will be the third characteristics of non-living thing? Non-living thing don't move from one place to another place. But the living things, all the living things, plants, animals, humans, all the living things can move from one place to another place. But the non-living things, they don't move from one place to another place. Clear? The fourth characteristic. The fourth characteristic is, living things grow. Living things grow. But the non-living things, suppose chalk, they don't have life, so they can't grow. So non-living things do not grow. Clear? And the fifth characteristics, living things, living things can reproduce. Living things reproduce because they have life. All the living things, suppose hens, cats, dogs, human and all animals, fishes, all can reproduce. They give birth to the young ones alike them. But the non-living things, they don't reproduce. Non-living thing don't reproduce. If chalk reproduces another chalk, then why I go to the shop to buy a chalk? Yeah. The sixth one is and the sixth one is living things feel, that we feel cold, we feel hot, but the non-living things don't feel. So another characteristics, non-living things do not feel. And the seventh characteristics, the living things excretes. That means they give out their wastes, but non-living thing, they don't excrete. Don't excrete. They don't give out their wastes. Clear? So we already have discussed about the characteristics of non-living things, comparing the living things, characteristics of living things. Okay, here is given another two rows and two columns, that is living things and non-living things, and some of there are given paper, plants, football, tiger, butterfly, blackboard, octopus, school bag. So you have to distinguish their characteristics and write down what is living thing and what are the non-living things. Okay. So paper is the non-living thing, plants is the living thing, football is the non-living thing, tiger is a living thing because they have life, butterfly it also be a living thing because this is insect. Blackboard, this is blackboard, they don't have any life, so this is non-living thing. Octopus, you know about octopus? Octopus is a living thing because it has life. School bag, they don't have any life, so this is non-living thing. Now we'll discuss about the difference between the living things and non-living things. Living things and non-living things. So the question will come, write down the difference between living things and non-living things, and the question marks will be 3 or 2 marks. If the mark is 2, then you have to answer minimum 3 characteristics or 3 characteristics of their non-living things and living things. If 4, then you have to give answer. You have to give 4 characteristics here. Okay. Now I am discussing what is the difference between living things and non-living things. First of all, living things need food to survive. So I am here writing need food to survive or to get energy. In the opposite side, the non-living things, they don't need food. They don't need food to live and grow. Another, living things breathe. That means they need air to breathe, but they can't breathe because similar one logic, because they have no life. They don't have any life, so they don't breathe. So need air to breathe, and they don't breathe. 3, living things show movement. I am moving my hands and I am walking on the floor. You see? So living things, so they show their movements. But in the opposite side, non-living things, they can't. They don't show their movements. They can't show their movements. Because they don't have any life. 4, they living things grow old with time and die. Living things grow with time and die, but living things, they don't have any life. So why will grow? Why it will grow? They don't grow, they don't die. They will not die. Okay, they don't die. Okay. So living things grow old with time and die, but they don't have the ability to grow. Don't have ability to grow. They always remain fixed. Okay. You know about the reproduction. Living things reproduce the young ones. They gave birth. They gave birth to the young ones. So living things, they can reproduce, or they reproduce. They have ability to reproduce. But here they don't have ability to reproduce. Living things feel, but they don't feel. Living things feel, but they do not feel. Living things excretes. That means, you see that I am now sweating because I am living thing. So because in the weather is hot, so I am now sweating. So I am now expressing. I am giving out the wastes as urine, as sweating. So that is called excretes. Give out wastes. So living things, or you can say excrete wastes from the body. You also see that in the summer time, the dog hang out their tongue. Okay, so they excrete their sweat in this way. But non-living thing, they do not excrete. They don't excrete wastes. Example, living thing. I have to give example. Living things, plants, animals, birds, human. And here, example, they are natural, or that will be man-made. So natural is mountain, and man-made is chalk. They are all non-living. Clear? Now, here is given terms to know. Terms to know. Some terms are given. First of all, living things. You know living things. You know about the living things. Living things means they do have life. Okay, they have different characteristics. They can feel. They can grow. They can reproduce. They can reproduce, and etc. etc. Clear? And here is another term, that is non-living. Opposite of living things. Opposite of living thing means living things have a life, but non-living things, they don't have any life. So they are non-living things. Suppose sun, this is natural non-living things. That is table, wood, chair, chalk, blackboard, everything that is man-made, and also the non-living thing. Non-living thing may be man-made or natural, but all the living things mainly natural. Okay, here is stomata. Here also is given stomata. You know about the stomata. Stomata means very small openings that are present on the under surface of the leaf. I will give you the picture of stomata. Please show. Stomata is a opening, very small openings that are present in the leaves, under the leaves. Another term is lifespan. Another term is lifespan. Lifespan means, you know, the living things will grow with time and will die after some time. That is called lifespan. A period of time for which living things lives. A period of time for which living things live. You also know about their insects. About insects called mosquitoes. You know, the mosquitoes have only few hours lifespan. Okay, and I have told about the tortoise. They can live up to 2000 years. 200 years. 2000 is many years. 200 years. They can live up to 200 years. So that is the lifespan. A man can live up to 60, average 60 or 70 years. So that is the lifespan. A period of time for which a living things can live. Reproduce. Ability to produce living beings of their kinds, like them. Ability to produce living beings of its own kind or alike themselves. Clear? You know, a cow give birth another cow. Man gives birth another man or child. Tiger give birth to the young one, another small tiger. Another one is excrete. Excretes. I am excretes this waters, this wastes. Ability to give out waste products from the body. I have the ability because I am the living thing. I have a life, so I have the ability that I can give out waste from my body. Clear? So today's topic is over. See you on the next video, and I will discuss their examples and any other many problems related to this chapter. We will discuss in the next video and the next class. Stay connected with me, and thank you.